Hey guys, this is Impact Hall of Famer Gail Kim, and you are watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. With me this week is Mike. And this guy over here, the newest member of the Bullet Club.
If you check out my Facebook,
we are
it's a fact.
Totally safe, and nothing is
We are
wrong.
not being held hostage.
Nope, not at all.
I'm not blinking in Morse code.
No, he's not at all.
I really don't know Morse code. So.
Everything is just fine. Nothing happened before we started recording.
Oh, gosh.
Nothing at all.
No. Tommy's just happy because he killed it on the SuperJCup Recap.
I am. Even though I didn't win it, I am happy with how I picked everything.
Now, of course, our Twitter at CCG_WrestleCast. You can send us a message. You can send us an email at ccg.wrestlecast@gmail.com. So today we're going to be quickly recapping the SuperJCup. Of course, last week we did our brackets here, and quickly run down the results here. Tommy just kind of owned us, and then we're
for
gonna,
once finally. It feels like it's been months.
New
since
Japan,
I
you better know your shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
This is true.
And then we're going to be previewing this weekend's NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff and AEW All Out. Two great shows on Saturday for Labor Day weekend. Looking forward to it,
How many
actually.
times I forget it's Labor Day weekend?
I know.
God.
What's great is it's on
Don't
Saturdays.
go to work on Monday.
Yes, don't. What's great is that the shows are on Saturdays. You can kind of relax a bit more on Sunday and 2 days in a row kind of thing. So it's kind of nice.
Tell the students, don't show up on Monday. You be there, and we're not going to be there. So,
Yep.
But the funny part is here in Texas, there's like 3 shows going on all 3 days. There's Heavy Metal on Friday.
That's right.
Sabotage is Saturday, and Inspire Pro is on Sunday. And I'm trying to at least hit up 2 of those. So
Nice.
2 out of 3.
because Kelly Klein will be at Sabotage.
And the countdown is on. Also, less than a month before Tommy gets married.
What?
Well, at least you guys sound happy about it. Everyone else would tell me it's almost over. I'm like, geez, man, y'all.
You'll hear that a lot.
It's like something about my assassination attempt. I was like, God, did Kennedy get this kind of warrant?
Considering the things you're into, someone will inevitably get you the Game Over T-shirt. So it's all part of
definitely.
it.
True, but if they give me a Triple H Game Over T-shirt, that's okay though.
That's relevant.
If any of you geekcasters out there just want to help a brother out, I will not turn that down. Let me tell you.
And then, of course, if you go asking people, you got any marriage advice after you get married, be like, nope, too late. Somebody will say that.
Yeah, seriously.
Somebody will always say that.
The funny part is, I just found out that RCW actually scheduled a show on the wedding day. I actually sent a message to Brendan Oliver and said, "You wait." I looked all throughout the year looking for a show, and nothing was scheduled that day. You wait till a month out from my wedding to announce there's a show.
So I'm hearing reception, but
I wish
at the show.
That might be why he's not having a reception. It's like we're going straight to Rotama for RCW United We Stand 2. Go check it out.
If only we could. Yeah, but I don't know.
I think MVP is going to be there.
Yeah, MVP is going to be there. Kiera Hogan.
Yep.
Ballin.
Yeah, and Stephen Bonner, I think.
Matt
Random.
Bonner? What?
The UFC fighter?
Yeah, the UFC. I think it's Stephen Bonner. Yeah.
Is he wrestling?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I think he started wrestling. I think it's Stephen Bonner's going to be there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Co-winner of the first Ultimate Fighter.
And actually, because I was like, oh, snap, Stephen Bonner, I should go to this show. Oh, I can't. I'm getting married that day, Brandon.
Yeah.
I hope he sees this.
They're going to show up and have like a pre-wedding bachelor party thing with a bunch of wrestlers for you. That's probably what's going to happen.
Ooh.
There we go.
I wouldn't do that before you get married. Not with wrestlers.
Yeah, maybe not. Anyway.
As long as they're not in certain name here.
SuperJCup. Quickly, our bracket results. Tez, man, only got 6 points on the bracket. Of course, we offered a point for the first round correct, 2 points for the second round, 4 points for the semis, and 8 points if you got the
Thank God for that
correct.
kind of scoring.
Yep.
I literally only got 2 of the first round matches right. They just happened to go a little far.
Just like your March Madness type thing. So Tez walked away with 6 points. Mike hitting the double digits with 10 points.
Good job, Mike.
I got 13 thinking I was in a good spot, but Tommy,
boom,
18 points, the only one of the 4 of us to get his final 4 correct, I should say.
I was so close to Dragon Lee winning the whole thing.
Yes, he was.
So bad when he did. I was like, no.
Most of us, I think, just about all of us, everyone except Tez had Dragon Lee in the final.
Yeah.
And either losing or winning. And Sorry, Mike Ospreay. No vengeance for the G1.
It's, I mean, no pun intended to AEW shows, but I just got to keep going all in.
Yeah.
At some point, he's going to win some tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, he already has a belt on him, so I mean, we'll see what they do with that too. Yeah.
Now, what did surprise me, a couple of them did surprise me, like
Show over Ishimori.
that's
surprised
for
me.
sure. That
Yeah.
was like blew my mind.
Yeah. This is the way the bracket laid out.
Yeah, Sobrano over Rocky also shocked me.
Yeah.
But that was about the only two that really surprised me. I was just mad Dragon Lee didn't win.
Mike's looking at his bracket right now.
I mean, like, the only good thing was Lee kept going, because literally 2 of the 8 matches I got right, and that was it. Like, I literally should have did an inverted bracket. I might have gotten more points. Just flipped all the picks.
It's funny how these things work out,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
So
It is.
Yeah, I didn't even have the winner winning his first round match.
Yep. Congrats, Tommy. You don't win a damn thing.
Yes,
but
that's what I like.
maybe some bragging rights until the next SuperJCup.
Yep.
and
He's
they'll-
already Mr. New
Those
Japan.
hollow
I know.
victories.
like if he
Must be
didn't win
bragging.
this, we're going to question whether or not he has that title.
No kidding. We
So,
would take that away from
yeah.
him.
I was gonna be mad actually if
I think the
Tez
Astros
won.
scored again.
I think honestly, after Tez's pick, I was like, "There's no way TJP is gonna win." I thought if TJP wins this whole thing, I'm never gonna hear the end of it from all of you.
Yeah, that's
So,
probably true.
If TJP won the whole thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be Tez writing another love letter to TJP on his blog.
And we all know.
Love you, Tez.
Yeah.
We know we're just messing with you.
Yeah, we're messing with him.
Yeah.
He knows.
Anyway, now we're going to be previewing the first of 2 Saturday shows. The first one is NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff, which we just found out from a tweet, I think it was last night, that Cesaro is making his way to Wales for this. He's going to be at NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff, and
Nailed
to
it.
quote him, might be getting a hands-on experience with it. So who knows what that's going to be involved
And
with.
the first thing I said, I don't know if are we talking about it now or speculating? Because
You can speculate a little
Okay.
bit before we get to the match
yeah,
picks.
because the first thing I said was, what if he challenges Walter?
You know, yeah, that'll depend
I
on
was like-
Walter
that was
gets
like
by
literally
Tyler
the
Bate.
yeah, that's
so
true, too.
That,
Oh my
that's gonna be
God,
interesting.
I just had a thought. Should we wait till we get to the mat? Yeah.
Let's wait till we get to that,
Okay.
because that seems to be where we're going with this. So
Right.
Yeah.
we'll start with the first match. There's 5 matches on the card, unless they add one after we record this, but usually 5 is the way they go. Excuse me, with this.
Especially for the UK takeovers.
Yeah. Now, Tina, of course, is not able to join us. First couple days of school, it's pretty exhausting. This guy knows. But she's just trying to get some rest. But she did give all of her picks for these 2 shows. Starting with Travis Banks versus Noam Dar. She did pick Noam Dar because that's the name she most recognized. The Cruiserweight Classic and whatnot. So, Mike, where are you going with that one?
I think I might go with her and go with Noam Dar too.
All right.
I mean, they're both super talented. I'm not gonna lie and say that I haven't been able to keep up with the last couple weeks of NXT UK, but yeah, I'll go with Dar.
Okay. Tommy?
I'm going Travis Banks. I just think I think that he's due. I could be wrong, but I just think he's due. So I'm going Travis Banks.
Okay. I'm going with Dar as well. So
Lone
Tommy, you're
Wolf.
Lone Wolf in that, yeah. So I think he's just a bigger name right now. It'd be kind of cool to have him there.
I'm Baron Corbin. Stands the best.
Yeah. Now, this next match is actually pretty intriguing to me.
Yeah.
Last man standing,
Jesus.
Dave Mastiff versus Joe Coffey. Tina is going with Coffey because she loves coffee from that one match he challenged Pete Dunne in. And to be honest with you, ever since that match with Pete Dunne, I've really been sold on this guy because he held his own.
Yeah.
That match. That was like the last successful title defense Pete Dunne had before he lost it to Walter. So I'm also going to go with Joe Coffey for that one. Tommy, who you got?
I got Mastiff on this one.
right.
No offense to Joe Coffey, because like I'm with you guys. He's definitely made a believer out of me. But so did Mastiff, because he had a match that same night, and like that dude's just like a I love different styles of wrestling, and I love that he's just a bulldozer. That's what he is. I mean, like, yeah, I love my technical sound guys, my high flying guys, but sometimes I just want a bulldozer dude who just walks in and beats people up because he
kicks
can.
ass.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
To me, it's to me when people like say, "Oh, he's like," well, he's of course he's not that. He's a bulldozer. That's what he's doing. He's just running people over because he's big and he can. Do it.
Mike, who you got?
This is another one that's difficult. A lot of for the reasons you were just saying.
Yeah, it's last man standing too. This is
It's
interesting.
just two bulldozers.
They are actually.
I think I'll go Coffee.
I show Lone Wolf again.
Yeah.
Tommy Lone Wolf and
Yeah,
somehow
he's gonna
goes
win
up
these
5-0.
If I win, if I'm right on all these matches, I will declare myself NXT UK champion.
I'm down.
I'm probably.
Wait,
Walter may have something
yeah, I
to
was
say.
just
with
gonna
that.
say.
No. He's the United Kingdom champion. There's the difference. I know what I'm doing because I would never, in my right
So you're
mind,
taking a
challenge.
championship that's non-existent.
There you go. I'm
right.
vacant.
Cool. NXT UK Tag Team Championship. Now, this is a triple threat. It's probably going to start the match off because these NXT shows, whether they're UK or US, like to start with the tag team titles. So, the Grizzled Young Vets, current champions Zach
Still
Gibson,
the
James
best
Drake.
name ever.
Really is.
I don't think they're known as that officially, but that's what they've been known before in Europe. I'm going with that.
I think I've heard them say it on NXT UK before. Like
The
they've said,
announcers or just the wrestlers themselves?
I think they're probably the wrestlers themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Although I do think their theme song should be
Grizzled Young Vet.
yeah,
He's a
sung
Grizzled Young- sung by
sung
the
by
OC.
Gallows. Yes.
They're defending against Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster and the team called Gallus. That's how they pronounce it.
That's
part of,
Joe Coffey's team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because I think Mark Coffey's
and
his brother.
Yeah,
I
Mark
think.
Coffey and Wolfgang. So, like a little stable they got there. Tina's going with the Grizzly Young Vets. I'm also going with the Grizzly Young Vets just for namesake. That's a great name. I don't see, what's going on with that. So, Mike, who you got?
I think I'm going to go with Gallus
Gallus.
and have a little bit of a faction kind of getting some wins together there on that night.
All right. And Tommy?
Actually, I was going to go with Gallus too.
All
It almost makes you think that my pick is wrong for the Mastiff coffee match, but I'm still sticking with Mastiff. But I think Gallus is going to win this one.
All right. Now, NXT UK Women's Championship. Toni Storm, who, since she won the title, has really just kind of torn through everybody.
Yeah.
And Kaylee Ray seemingly has been really stepping up.
I
They're
wish
really
Toni Storm was
putting a
allowed
good
to still
build
use
up
the
to
pile driver instead of as a strong zero instead of like Tiger. I don't have anything against the Tiger Bomb. I just love how she executes it. She's good with it. So, but I get it.
Tina is going with Toni Storm. I think right now Toni Storm is just tearing it up. She's very marketable. She's all over Europe. She's a big presence on social media.
Yeah.
She's really what that women's division needs right now, and I'm thinking she's going to keep the title. So I'm also taking Toni Storm. Sounds like you are as well.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think it's one of those situations where you're kind of waiting for that one big name to face her and eventually take the title off. And no disrespect to Kaylee Ray. I just I don't think she's
That's
the
the person
one
to
yet.
do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
Tom?
I'm going Toni Storm too.
All
Yeah, for the same reasons. Like I think Kaylee Ray is good. I just don't think it's her time to unseat the champion just yet.
All right. And now United Kingdom Championship. Before we start speculating how Cesaro may possibly get involved, because we all seem to think that Walter's involved with this, we're going to go ahead and first pick the winner. Tina's taking Walter. He's, of course, defending the United Kingdom Championship against Tyler Bate, part of Mustache Mountain, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes.
Tina's going with Walter. Tommy, who you got?
I got Walter.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to lose it yet. I think.
Same for you?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. We were all going with Walter.
Okay, I just think like he's when he does lose it, it's gonna be like in a knockdown, drag out kind of fight, like big fight feel, like really like no DQ and everything else, last minute standing kind of thing.
All right. Now let's let the speculation begin. Is this the point where Cesaro gets involved?
Oh God, I hope so.
I think after the match, kind of show up like Walter did during Pete Dunne's match.
I think my thought is that Walter may actually kind of squash Tyler Bate and have kind of a quick match and then just kind of be standing there like there's no competition. And maybe Cesaro's in the front row the whole night and just says like, hey, let's go.
It would make sense.
I know he's a heel, but
it would make sense, though, because Walter really, since he won the title, hasn't had a big, there hasn't really been somebody that's like seriously challenging for the title. They haven't really built anybody up to do that. So I could see that happening.
And kind of stepping back too now with US NXT coming on to USA and them kind of talking about people really going a little bit more back and forth, like, kind of almost like three equal brands like we've always thought. This seems like something where we all love Cesaro. They haven't quite known what to do with him since Sheamus took time off other than have great matches but not win them. I would love to.
You're so right. That's why I'm laughing, because you're so right.
Wins and losses do matter, people.
I mean, what better thing to do than he's European, going to NXT UK and
where he's a big star already, representing Europe.
That's why I'm kind of scared to overdo the NXT Japan. I'm like, oh God, that'll just
eventually they're gonna kill it. It's like streaming services. Eventually there'll be too many, and then
just to stretch themselves thin. So All right. Well, those are our picks for NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. That's a lot easier to say than Blackpool. Now we're moving into that event is going to be pretty much early afternoon for us. It is taking place in Wales. And then we go into All Out, which everyone freaked out when they announced All Out and when they announced TakeOver Cardiff, like, oh, they're running the same day. They're trying to take business from All Out. It's really not a big deal. Like this is like hours later.
In all fairness, I'm not sure if Vince knows about time zones, so he maybe thought they were going to.
It's
possible. Wow, that's entirely possible. I didn't even think about that. You're actually probably right.
That's true. So All Out, this is to be honest, this is something we've kind of been looking for. Roughly a year ago. It's hard to believe it's been a year since All In.
Jeez Louise.
That was the second event we talked about. It was just Tommy and I talking about that show. And
jeez, man.
I know. Crazy, right?
It was a bit. What is time? Like, what is it actually? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah. So
crazy.
What is love?
It was love.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Exactly.
Everyone was so hyped about All In, how successful it was. They had help from Ring of Honor for that, and immediately when it was over and it was a great show, when's the next one?
Can I just say real quick, like all this counter programming they're trying to do to AEW, have they not learned wrestling fans will buy both nowadays? It's like and pay-per-views, like there are fans like because I did this. When like you have the network, you have like Ring of Honor pay-per-view, like Honor Club, so you'll watch both. You'll just have one on one screen because most people have two screens now, no matter what they do. Like
or a tablet and
TV, or a laptop and a TV or whatever, or a laptop and a tablet. Mm-hmm. It's like you want to counter program them, but why? Because people don't just go to one thing anymore. No. That's been part of my thing. You just let them do their thing and like not worry about it, you know.
Yeah, and I think that was smart on AEW's part to make these pay-per-views on Bleacher Report Live, at least in the United States, because you can watch it anywhere. Yeah. You're never gonna miss it. You're never away from it. You know, we might be going out of town, like Labor Day weekend. You might be going out of town. You can still watch. So yeah. Now, the pre-show is going to start about an hour before the main show starts. There's two matches confirmed. The first is a tag team match, Private Party versus Angelico and Jack Evans. Tina is going with Angelico and Jack Evans for this one. Tommy, what say you for that match?
I think Private Party because of how they've been building them up. They keep mentioning them on being the elite and everything. So I think they're going to go Private Party. And Angelico and Jack Evans are going to get their due in due time. But I think right now they're just, being the helping other teams set up, but then they'll get their time.
Okay, Mike.
Same. I'm gonna go with Private Party.
Yeah.
For a lot of the same reasons, I think they're kind of the team that the Young Bucks and the kind of guys in charge of AEW really want to push and kind of highlight. So.
Same for me. Private Party. Sorry, Tina, you're a lone wolf in this one, but Baron Corbining it.
Ha! Now you must wear the vest.
But Private Party, just for them to even get like being a ringside, sitting ringside at the last Fight for the Fallen.
Didn't they kick? What was his name?
Alex Jabali.
Yeah. Then they kick him out
Private
of
Party.
Yeah.
Felt so bad for the guy too, but I mean it was hilarious still.
That was hilarious. Yeah, I laughed so hard at that.
And now a 21 women casino battle royale.
Oh,
we had this, of course, before Double or Nothing, and this one has some title implications on it. The winner is basically going to be in the women's championship match that's going to happen on, I want to say it's the very first AEW on TNT show on October 2nd. So far that's been confirmed for this is Nyla Rose, Allie, Britt Baker, Brandy Rhodes, Teal Piper, Ryder Piper's daughter, Eva Lise, who haven't heard that name since Tough Enough. I mean, hear her now and then. It's kind of crazy she's still in the business.
Yeah, I just saw her at ROW week before last.
Nice. Jazz, one of the trainers in San Antonio
She's
here
back.
at Hybrid School. Yep. Big Swole and Sadie Gibbs and 12 others to be announced.
I love Big Swole because she just declared on Twitter. She was saying, I can't remember her name before now. She just said, no, seriously, always call me Big Swole. That's my wrestling name. And I was like, who might argue?
So the Casino Battle Royale, the way this works is there's going to be 21 wrestlers. There's
21?
four blocks of 5 wrestlers each. Those are going to start 5 at once, then the next 5, and then whoever drew I guess they call it the wild card or the Joker card gets to come in last.
You're just doing it exactly like they did the men's, right?
Pretty much exactly.
Yeah.
So some people draw hearts, clubs, diamonds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then whoever draws the Joker comes in. Yes. So Tina is going with Dr. Britt Baker to win and be in the very first women's championship match. What are you guys thinking?
I Yeah, I'm going with Britt Baker too.
I was thinking the same thing. I think it was
Mike
like
and Tommy.
I
don't know who the 12 others are necessarily. I don't
That's
know.
the problem.
That's
It's like,
something
I
they'll
don't know.
surprise us with, unfortunately, because they haven't announced it officially yet. So
And honestly, looking at the way you've listed it, like those 3 first names are the ones I would.
Yeah, because I was torn
choose
between her and Allie.
Right.
yeah,
But I think I'm going to go Britt Baker. I feel like, again, similar to Private Party, they're kind of wanting to push her a little bit more. She seems to be on a lot
Especially
of
now that she's recovered.
Right.
You know.
and they haven't decided yet who's going to be the other person to challenge for the title the very first day. They haven't just announced that yet. Although I'm surprised we don't have a Kong versus Kong match on the show.
I was surprised by that too, but maybe they're saving it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Although I really do want to see that.
Yeah. No, you guys were going back and forth with it. I'm actually going with Allie. I think Allie right now. They're gonna do something with her that Impact missed out on. I think
think so.
Make her
That's
big
true,
star.
too.
So
I think Impact didn't so much miss out. It's just like they were doing some stuff, but then went another direction. Probably not the one that was best suited for Allie, but just went another direction.
Yep. Now on to the main show, and this first match had when I read it off. What's up?
Did you see being the elite? How they set
I
this?
still need to watch this.
Oh
match.
my
This
god, it
was-
was so
yeah.
funny. I can tell. Go ahead.
Yeah, but when I read this match, Tina was like, "Whoa!" Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt against Soul Cal Uncensored.
Are Marco Stunt and Jungle Boy as tall as Luchasaurus if they stand on each other's shoulders?
That's very possible.
Not sure they are.
I honestly I don't think they are. I still think Luchasaurus has them by like at least a couple of inches.
I
To say
think
the truth. No. So what's funny
Tina's
was
going with SCU, by the way. All right.
so what's funny about this is go back and watch Being the Elite. It's like each one of the SCU guys has a different experience with something. It's like Christopher Daniels is like falls asleep watching Jurassic Park, and his child's toy Tyrannosaurus is like on his chest. For some reason, Frankie Kazarian is like in his car outside of Chuck E. Cheese. I guess that was an allusion to Marco Stunt, and I forget what Scorpio Sky did, but then he calls Kazarian. He's like, "Hey man, why are you in front of a Chuck E. Cheese by yourself? That's weird, man." Okay, he's like, but anyway, I have a great idea who we can face at All Out. SoCal Uncensored versus 3 jobbers. Easy night for us. And then it's quiet. He's like, "Oh no, they can work too. We can wrestle them too. That'd be fine." But I just love the Luchasaurus. The fact that you expect him to not be the vocal one of the group,
Yeah.
and he puts on glasses and starts talking.
It's hilarious.
The fact that he does that just makes my day. It's like this is not at all where I thought this was going.
It's like Professor Hulk.
Yes, it is. You're so right. Thank you.
Do you ever see the tweet, or maybe you who retweets him actually, when he responds to like stories about dinosaurs and fossils?
Yes,
and
I do.
stuff?
I do retweet that.
probably him.
Whenever I see it, I retweet it because that dude's commitment to this gimmick is just one of the things I live for. It's like to me, it's like Rosemary and Sue Young and Jessica Havoc. Their commitment to their gimmick. Yeah. I love his. It's like he's an actual just brilliant prehistoric dinosaur, and I have no complaints whatsoever.
Yeah. I believe this is the first time, though, that SoCal Uncensored is going to be wrestling as a 3-man team in AEW. I can't recall.
AEW.
There's only been a few shows.
No, wait, the very first show.
They
faced OEW's guys.
That's right.
Shima
you're
and
right,
two of
you're
his
right.
other guys. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So,
Um,
where are you going with this one, Tommy?
I'm going SCU because I think they're gonna build. I think they're building up Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Stunt, but they're gonna have them work for it first.
All right, Mike.
Same. I mean, I think Luchasaurus is going to be strong throughout this, but I think obviously one of the smaller guys are going to take the pin.
My money's on Stunt taking the pin.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, unfortunately, although there's gonna be they're gonna get a huge pop from the Chicago crowd. Easily.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'm thinking this will probably be the first match of the night, and I'm thinking that the Lucha Jungle Stunt team is going to be pulling off an upset here.
Oh,
Experience.
Yes, experience.
One thing
Lucha
that-
Jungle Stunt experience.
One thing is that I can't say about the Viking Raiders is they call their finisher the Viking Experience, and I just want to like punch something every time they say that.
I know.
And everything they say the Viking Experience, I'm like, shut up!
Well,
You
they don't
the
call
wa-
it that. Somebody else decided
Vince
to call
was
it
just
that.
like, no, we got to get experience in there somewhere.
Call it
Yeah.
the Warhammer for the love of God. Jeez. Okay,
No,
but
that would make
sorry.
sense.
That would make sense. Sorry.
I believe, this is the only other women's match on the card. On the main card is Riho versus Hikaru Shida. Tina going with Riho. I'm also going with Riho. Same Mike. Tommy.
I'm lone wolfing Hikaru Shida because I love her.
All right.
Love her. So I have to go with her. I can't bet against her.
All right. Now this is where the picks get interesting.
Yeah.
Cody versus Sean Spears with Tully Blanchard in Sean Spears' corner. We got a bit of a taste of Tully Blanchard being in Sean Spears' corner when Sean Spears was here for RCW.
Yeah, sure.
But then Blanchard, of course, lives in the San Antonio area, was a part of that show, and he kind of started going with Sean Spears from that point on. So Tina's going with Sean Spears. Her reasoning, and it's very solid reasoning, Sean, she believes, is going to be like a big star, a big heel in this company. And what better way? I mean, you've already established it with the chair shot heard around the wrestling world. Having him beat Cody, having the guy like Cody putting him over. So, and I'm going to agree with her on that. I think Sean Spears is going to win. Congratulations, by the way, newlywed Sean Spears, him and Peyton Royce.
Yeah, Peyton Royce. You lucky perfect 10 son of a...
Oh, I thought you were saying that Peyton Royce was like,
Yeah. Mike, where are you going with this one?
I'm going to go with Sean Spears also. Right. I mean, I figure if you're going to put Tully Blanchard with him, you do something like that to help kind of build them up and, use some shenanigans. Also, quick random fact, if you will. Tully Blanchard is from San Antonio. My dad told me when he was little, he played Pee-wee football against him.
Wow.
And even back then, he was one of those, he was like one of the kids you knew was like super awesome and a great athlete. And, obviously that
somehow doesn't shock me at all,
no,
but like,
that's amazing.
but that is pretty cool that you're maybe.
That's pretty cool.
I imagine little Tully Blanchard just straight up just like kneeing a guy in the face just right as
just trucking people right over the line, man.
It's like, who's that grown teenager? He's my son. He's 7. How dare you?
He's already got a mustache.
Oh God, what is it? What's that baseball movie? Not the
Benchwarmers. I am 12.
Yeah. Wait. A little kid, Tully Blanchard, and he's like friends with a kid, Arn Anderson, who comes in and spine busts.
That would be the best.
Makes you wish there's video footage of this stuff around, right?
Seriously.
Right? Yeah. Tommy, where are you going?
Actually, I was gonna go Cody, but I agree with you guys. I'm gonna say Sean Spears and due to shenanigans. Although you did convince me, actually. But I did laugh because before we got here, I saw a tweet from someone. I retweeted it, and it said Cody is like one workout away from looking like Ivan Drago, and we're okay with that.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, hook him up to the machine and everything, do the whole Rocky IV montage.
He must break you.
Yeah, he must break you.
Unfortunately, Sean Spears doesn't have any snow around here to
pick up logs and start running.
Now, the match being appropriately named because officially Cracker Barrel most recently was announced as the presenting sponsor for All Out. This is great. I hope there's barrels at ringside again, like there was for All In.
Just when I thought I couldn't love Cracker Barrel anymore, and I really do legitimately love eating at Cracker Barrel, they started sponsoring wrestling matches, and I can just say without any certainty, Cracker Barrel deserves a lot more love than they're getting currently.
I hope we see AEW logos on Cracker Barrel rocking chairs around the country.
I hope we go to a Cracker Barrel one day and they're selling AEW merchandise, because I'm going to take a picture of a shirt I buy while I'm there. Just the whole experience.
While you're eating breakfast.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm going to walk in. I was like, before we go eat breakfast, everybody.
So they put them on a match named the Cracker Barrel Clash, which basically a 3-way street fight. Let's be honest here.
But it also sounds like the best B movie ever. It's like the movie that's self-aware of how crazy this is. It's like if 3 guys meet in a Cracker Barrel and have a street fight.
Yeah. I hope they actually go to a physical Cracker Barrel. Now that you said that,
that'd be amazing.
Yes,
that'd be great.
Winner gets to keep a rocking chair. All right.
Dude, those rocking chairs are actually really comfortable.
I know.
So I can't even lie. That'd be a great prize.
Darby Allin versus Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc. 3 crazy lunatic hardcore style wrestling.
I hope someone rolls the barrel and someone else has to jump over.
I would love that. Tina's going with Joey Janela on this one. I'm gonna go with Darby Allin.
Oh, okay.
Especially, I get that image. I hear his name. I get that image of that coffin drop he took on the side of the ring when he was wrestling Cody, and the way he went toe to toe with Cody for a full 20 minutes, which is amazing. So, Mike, where are you going?
I was actually going to go with Darby Allin also. I don't see them ever giving Havoc a really big push. I kind of feel like he's always going to be that hardcore guy.
Let's make a hardcore title.
Well, that's true. But he's always going to kind of be in there just to kind of do that kind of stuff, but never really get the big push. And Janela, I think he's kind of big right now, but I feel like he could also take a loss. And I'm not sure how much some of that Enzo stuff may have hurt him a bit.
Oh, Lord. All right, Tommy, where are you going?
I'm going to join Janela. just to see. I think, like I said,
from the Moxley match mostly. You think?
That's primarily where mine's coming from. Like again, I don't think a loss would hurt any of them honestly, because at this point, people are just not getting to know them. I don't think a loss hurts anybody here, but I'm just going with Janela because I think after that Moxley match, especially when he decided, you know what, living. So overrated. I'm gonna jump in the thumbtacks and barbed wire now.
Oh man, gotta love it, man. This thumbtacks was crazy. It was a hell of a spot. Now a tag team match for a first round bye in the AEW Tag Team Championship tournament. Both have earned their matches through a series of triple threats. Best Friends versus the Dark Order. Tina is going with the Best Friends. Mike, where are you going?
I think I'm going to go with the Dark Order.
All right.
It seems like like a group and a team that they're kind of trying to push. And I like the Best Friends. Like they're hilarious. They're a great team.
They are.
But it seems like you the other side, the team you want to push.
Yeah, just the way they've had the Dark Order running in, and they've really made them look unstoppable. I'm also going with them as well.
Same.
So, Tommy as well.
Like I did like to say the Best Friends are funny. Like when they were trying to get on the first show in Double or Nothing, and they said they wanted a tag team match, and then I think Chuck Taylor yelled, "Or we'll kill your family." Trick Runner said, "You can't say that. What are you doing? We don't want to kill anybody. We just want a match. They have beautiful kids. What are you doing?" The funny part is they were trying to hide their faces and distort it, so they kept shoving each other and like falling out of frame, so you could see it was them on the end. And the funny part was Matt and Nick were watching it, rolling their eyes, and their friend, I can't remember his name, Brett, the guy who films for him, he says, "Guys, I think I know who that was." They both look at him like, "Really?" He's like, "Well, if you don't know, I don't want to ruin it for you guys."
Yeah, plus Chuck Taylor is a great follow on Twitter.
Oh, gosh.
Chuck Taylor is freaking hilarious, period.
Yeah.
I remember one of the first times I met him, I took a picture with him, asked him if he had any 8x10s. He's like, "I'm sorry, I never remember to get those. Sorry about that." It's like, "I am so sorry. I know I'm missing out on a whole lot of money, but I never remember to get those."
Now, a match that really kind of got changed last minute, unfortunately, due to a recurring
I felt so bad for Moxley right here.
And Omega, because... And there's a video clip of this. He was filming this promo for this match. It was supposed to be Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley, and they broke the news to him and said, "Hey, Moxley's out." So what are you talking about? Apparently, he's had like I forget what he called it, but it's like some
MRSA or
something like that. Yeah, some growth in his elbow. He's got to get it removed, have surgery, and he's not going to recover in time for All Out, but he should be recovered in time for AEW's debut on TNT.
I just feel bad because you can that kind of stuff just like sucks when it happens to you, especially when it's like an injury in the ring is one thing, but when it's like something just like you have no control over whatsoever, that was really blows.
Yeah. But if you're gonna find a replacement,
jeez
holy
Louise,
cow!
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought someone lied. I thought this wasn't real when they announced it.
You thought it was kayfabe
I thought it was somebody. I thought it was somebody who was really good with graphics made this up, and I didn't believe it at first. But
I don't think a lot of people did.
But the first day, I thought it was fake.
Yeah.
Until they confirmed it on there, I was like, "Oh my god, this is real." So.
Of course, I'm talking about Kenny Omega is now facing Pac. Wow.
The bastard Pac.
And Tina is actually going to go with Omega to win this. And this, all of a sudden, the match was hard enough to pick when it was Omega versus Moxley.
It was. I had no idea.
Now, with Pac thrown there, it gets even tougher, I think. So, Tina went with Omega. Tommy, where are you going?
So hard. What makes it harder was the promo Omega cut on Moxley again on being the elite after he heard, and it's a scathing promo. It's so good, but I'm going Pac.
All right.
I'm so wrong. I know I'm wrong, but I'm going Pac.
Is he still a champion in Dragon?
No, actually, he lost it to Ben K.
Okay.
Hold on, because it was just a recent loss. Hold on, but I think it's been good. But you can,
Mike, where are you going?
I'm weaseling out. I'm calling a no contest.
Oh boy.
I don't think you can.
See, I was thinking that.
I don't think you can let either of these guys really lose, especially if you're trying to keep to the idea that it counts.
It's like a no contest or draw. Like if they put a timer,
something like that. I mean, you don't really want to let Omega lose because you still want to finish out his feud with Moxley eventually, and that would kind of suck. And then I can't see them letting Pac lose right off the bat after there was that whole thing first where he didn't want to come in yet because he didn't want to take the loss as the champion. I don't know. I just feel like you couldn't do it either way.
Yeah.
This is difficult.
Ben K, that's who he defeated.
This is difficult. I mean, I honestly, if Pac was still champion, I was thinking, okay, it's gonna be no contest for Pac's gonna win. I can't see Omega winning. Now, I just don't know. I don't know. It's. I feel like
Pass.
Okay, heads it's Omega, tails it's Pac.
Jesus.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Tails.
All right, I'm going with Pac. That's really where I'm going with
That's amazing.
So, oh man,
You know what? One day we should do the entire.
Oh my God, that's actually a good idea.
we might do that one day. Don't tempt me. We're like late at night. It's like, oh, we got to record. Okay, flip a coin, Siri. Let's go. All right, so AAA World Tag Team Championships, the Escalera de la Muerte. That means ladder of death.
Oh, I thought I'd been elevated.
Okay.
What is that? What that means?
Yes, the Lucha Brothers
Man,
defending
I gotta
their
apologize to that guy who said it to me. I thought he was cursing at me.
AAA World Tag Team Championships against the Young Bucks. Tina, as she put it, is going for her gente, the Lucha Brothers, to win this one and retain the titles. Obviously, these teams in a ladder match, holy cow. Now, there was some rumors going around about Rey Fenix, if he was even going to be able to compete.
Yeah.
Some rumors that he broke his leg or something like that. Haven't heard anything since those initial rumors, and as far as we know, this match is still on.
The last thing I heard was he didn't break his leg. It was just like a scary moment. They thought he did, but it's like I think he just hurt himself. But so far, it's still on.
All right. Tina's going Lucha Bros. I am also going with the Lucha Bros. I think they are going to, first of all, this team, it's going to be a hell of a match. These two teams are going to go nuts. But I think the Lucha Bros are going to keep that title in AAA in Mexico. So, Mike, where are you going?
Okay, Google, flip a coin. Flip a coin.
It landed on heads.
Okay, so where are you going?
I don't know what
You didn't say heads or tails for which one.
I'm going to go with Lucha Bros.
Okay. Oh, I love it. Now, Tommy, you going to make a pick or are you going to flip a physical coin this time?
I'm going to flip myself.
I was like thinking, it's like, sorry, all right, let me go over here and do a backflip. If I'm still conscious, it's this team. If I knock myself out, you guys keep going.
If I break my neck.
Yeah, Tommy's dead.
Not this close to the
Wait.
wedding. The guy will bring me back and kill me.
Was that Lucha Bros or Young Bucks?
I don't know, but I got to edit this shit. All right, Tommy.
And just leave me on the ground. And the next word, Tito walks in. Why is Tommy dead on the floor? Man. I knew I forgot something last night.
Man, walk it off. All right.
That's what Captain America said.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going Lucha Bros, honestly.
All right. We're all going Lucha Bros.
And also,
whether we flip a coin or not.
I think shenanigans, I think for some reason someone, I don't know who yet, might jump in and just screw the Young Bucks over. I don't know who yet, but I'm just guessing.
All righty. And now finally, the AEW World Championship match. Chris Jericho versus Adam Hangman Page. Tina sticking with her gut from the very beginning. Chris Jericho will be the first AEW World Champion. Excuse me.
He will be the championship.
He'll be the championship.
The people have to wear Chris Jericho.
Exactly.
They have to walk to the ring and carry him on their shoulder.
I'm with Tina on this one. Jericho seems like the most ideal choice right here, especially putting this on TV. You want a heel champion, really, and a guy that's arrogant the way he's playing this up, saying, hey, you're welcome for making AEW big. It's because you signed me kind of thing. You're welcome for all that. So I'm going with Jericho. Tommy, where are you going with this one?
I'm going Jericho.
All right.
I think it'll be better if they do a chase for Adam Page to beat him for it later. Mm-hmm. So I'm going Jericho for now.
And Mike?
I agree 100%. You got to start your TV show with Jericho as your champion. Now, if you want to have
So you can have a shirt that says you're welcome?
Yeah. If you want to have Paige or someone else beat him on that very first episode, I'm down with that too. Mm-hmm. But I think you got to go into that show, the first one, with Jericho, the most such a recognizable name across wrestling of all types. Mm-hmm. You got to do that.
Now, we mentioned they're going to be crowning the first AEW World Champion this Saturday at All Out. They will also be revealing what the AEW Women's Championship belt will look like. That is going to be revealed at All Out
it'll be a butterfly.
Oh God. Or a Jeff Hardy belt.
If it has a samurai sword, Hikaru Shida is going to win it.
Okay. So I don't know if they're going to reveal it on the pre-show. It very possibly could happen, or might be just like a quick segment in the main show. But 2 matches on the pre-show, 8 on the main show. It's going to be a great night. I'm really looking forward to it. So, and that's really the events this weekend. This other preview. Some other news. We have the King of the Ring first round has completed. A few surprises, I think.
I'm going home now.
Okay. We'll run through some of the first round matchups. First on the Raw side, Samoa Joe defeated Cesaro. Ricochet surprisingly defeated Drew McIntyre. Most of us thought McIntyre was going to be in the championship. Cedric Alexander defeated Sami Zayn, and Baron Corbin defeating The Miz. On the SmackDown side, Elias defeated Kevin Owens with a little bit of help from Shane. Ali defeated Buddy Murphy. Great match. Andrade defeated Apollo Crews, and Chad Gable shaking off the short jokes that Shelton Benjamin had been plaguing him with for weeks and beat Shelton Benjamin for the first round.
Shelton Benjamin and Drew McIntyre should have just stayed in
So
Japan.
I saw this thing online, and I'm sure y'all might remember this game. It was before it became the 2K series. SmackDown versus Raw might have been like 2012.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had I think they were actually called the United Kingdom. It was like Regal, Sheamus, McIntyre, and who else? Maybe Wade Barrett at the time. Maybe.
I
Anyways,
think I remember that.
All three of them except McIntyre have actually won King of the Ring.
Wow.
And so people were like,
Oh, wow.
like that's
I
what they're
didn't
like.
know that.
McIntyre's got to do it and finish off from that group, but like guess
Nothing. Nothing.
Yes.
Vince actually hates McIntyre.
Yes.
That's got to be it at this point.
I don't get it. Like, this guy came up, made himself a name without WWE, was NXT champion coming back. You're bringing this guy in, he's going to be this big powerhouse. That was the most shocking one to me. And
Well, it's
nothing
because-
against Ricochet.
because you got to
really,
put over the best in the world, Shane McMahon.
I will literally
I
drop
guess.
kick you right now.
Oh, also shout out to Cesaro again. Like I said earlier, you just have great matches and lose them. But starting off the Samoa Joe match by just bulldozing a forearm, a European
Yep.
uppercut. I mean,
Yeah.
Even getting Joe in the Cesaro swing, too,
Yeah.
which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But not able to pull it out. It was a great way to start the King of the
never
Ring.
does.
But it was a welcome contrast to the way matches have been on TV the last few weeks with
That's
the whole
true.
don't want to wrestle through commercial breaks. A lot of these King of the Ring matches have been going across a
Yeah.
couple segments. They've been taken very seriously. A lot of physicality, a lot of great stories being told in them. So
yeah,
I'm hoping to
luckily,
see the rest.
luckily I heard they already got rid of that stupid thing. Like they realized that was dumb. Try not to wrestle.
Oh,
through
thank
the
God.
breaks.
Thank God.
So,
So,
bless you.
bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
All right, so that's where the King of the Ring is going from here. As it stands right now, I don't think any of us have our picks still alive.
No, I think all of our picks are dead in this.
Yeah, so
Thank God this wasn't the bracket point system.
No, we didn't have a bracket. We were just picking who we think.
I
would
know.
win, so
Oh, yeah, that's right. We didn't have bracket.
so
Yeah,
based
right.
on who's left, who do you think is going to win it all now?
I think we were talking about this earlier. I'm gonna go with Andrade because the other one that I think WWE would do, I just couldn't see it. So I'm going with Andrade.
The other one, of course, you're talking about is Baron Corbin.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anyone but you, Corbin. Anyone but
So-
you.
Tommy, what do you think?
It's not going to be him, but I want Ali to win it. If it's not going to be, McIntyre, I want Ali to win it. 'Cause he
Yeah.
got screwed over in the freaking Money in the Bank match. What was that? Okay. I'm okay. I'm over that. I'm over it because Brock Lesnar is no longer Universal Champion. I'm over it. I'm okay.
Yep. I am, Corbin is a gut feeling, honestly, but I'm praying and hoping. I'm hoping Joe wins
Yes,
this.
but
I want-
like a food poisoning gut feeling.
yeah, exactly. I'm picking Samoa Joe. I
So
would love
would
to see
it
Samoa
be
Joe get
King
this.
Samoa Joe or Samoa King Joe?
Yes.
Okay.
Samoa Joe King.
You're got to be joking.
Joking
You're gonna
me.
be joking me.
You got to be
There we
Joe King
go.
me.
Yeah, there we go.
Because could Royce
Got
and
it.
Kay join his group?
If he wins that, she just has to go up to me and be like,
Yeah.
you got to be Joe. He's
Joe
like, yes,
King.
I am.
Yes, I am.
And before he cuts a promo, you got to be joking me. By the way, I was watching that earlier today and had the biggest smile on my face. I watched it for like 2 minutes before I was like, what am I actually doing?
I love it.
Now, segment we call the 1 minute warning. If you guys have anything, do you?
Yeah. I guess so.
I just got something. So,
Sure.
for those that don't know what this is, we just kind of each just kind of take a minute, talk about whatever's going on, whether we
I think-
talk
I
about
think-
wrestling world, things like that. So,
I think I got one too.
just a minute, open mic. So, Mike, whenever you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go.
Here's my love letter to Cesaro.
Oh, God.
Back at WrestleMania 30, after he won the first Andre the Giant Battle Royal at WrestleMania, this is what should have happened. He should have stayed with Paul Heyman and been the underling for Brock Lesnar. And since Brock never wanted to show up, Cesaro would already show up on Raw and stuff and take the beatings, but also beat people. Eventually, he gets tired of that. He gets beaten up by Brock on a Raw or SmackDown, and probably Raw, right?
Yeah.
And then he turns around and starts a battle to face him as a face. And you get at some big pay-per-view, Brock Lesnar versus Cesaro. That match would be freaking amazing, especially with what you've seen Brock do with good wrestlers over the past year or two. That's what should have happened way back at WrestleMania 30, and they screwed it up because they always do with Cesaro. And I still got 10 seconds, so look at my We the People Cesaro shirt.
That was a great era.
P.S.
too.
I love you.
Yeah.
Great love letter there. Tommy, you got something too? Or
Yeah.
You
just
do?
real quick. Yeah.
All right, here you go. 1 minute. Ready starts now.
Okay, so I was looking it up just to make sure. So if anyone does still love tournaments in Japan, I strongly advise that you check out the Pro Wrestling Noah N1 Victory Tournament. I don't know exactly how to watch Pro Wrestling Noah anymore. They used to be had a working relationship with New Japan, then their new one just kind of messed that up. But it's got a lot of great guys in it from Japan, and they have Alexander Hammerstone from MLW and Masaki Michizuki from Dragon Gate, and and El Hilde Dr. Wagner Jr. is actually in the tournament too. So just more great wrestling. It's not just New Japan and things like that, but Pro Wrestling Noah is doing a good job. They're trying to come back from their kind of dark period, and their current champion Kaito Kiyomiya, they really have him propped up as like the new ace to lead them into the new era, kind of like they did Kento Miyahara for All Japan and how they did Okada for New Japan. So I'm just saying if you can find any way to get the news about it, check it out, watch it, whatever. Pro Wrestling Noah and Victory. It's a good time. And you gotta be joking me.
Joking me.
Hey, Kayla.
I
Go to journalism?
I am going to start by first saying I'm a little perturbed by, trust me, this is getting to wrestling related, about some of the response people have had about Andrew Luck retiring. For those that don't know, 2 weeks before the season, Andrew Luck
Oh, I already know what you're about to
decided
say.
to hang it up. 2 weeks before the season, he's been rehabbing. He's trained physically and mentally. And not going to lie, as a Tennessee Titans fan, I'm happy we don't have to worry about him anymore twice a year. The Colts are in the Titans division. But where this relates back is to one CM Punk. It's been a few years. He left wrestling. He's done with it. He's gone to UFC, where that hasn't worked out. But he's got signed a contract based off a big name. He's going to be at StarCast. And the speculation, of course, is will he or won't he? Will he or won't he at AEW? He supposedly appeared at an indie show. All the backlash Andrew Luck might have received, it's his life. It's what he decides to do.
Yep.
I'm not happy CM Punk's not wrestling anymore. I would love to see him back, but that's up to him. That's up to him and his wife if they want him to get back into that life. So for those wrestling fans, for those football fans, we've been there. Just let the man live his life, and we move on. Wrestling will keep going on. The NFL will still go on. So.
And honestly, I think the only thing that really happens, not really so much football related, but wrestling related, is when a guy like Punk wants to hang it up, there are people who, if they're willing to, can step up into that role. And honestly, I kind of feel like the Elite kind of did that in a way. They kind of filled that void of guys who were going to say something and then have the wrestling skill to back it up. Maybe it took a group of guys to do it, but it got done. Mm-hmm. This wasn't WWE.
That's a good point, though. That's a good point. And let's be honest with you, the whole run that Daniel Bryan has had never happens if Punk doesn't leave after the Royal Rumble.
This is true, and because and then not only that, would AJ Styles had appeared if Punk hadn't left? Because let's face it, would WWE be as interested in AJ Styles when his contract was up if it was New Japan if Punk were still there wrestling? I can't say that they wouldn't be. I could still see them wanting to have AJ there, but would he get as big a push? Would he have been WWE champion within a year of debuting?
That's
Punk
true.
were there?
Yeah. Sadly, though, obviously with this whole competition thing, I think there was a report. I think Jericho said it on an interview or something that you're not going to see people get released early anymore. Sean Spears being the last one, and then he's showing up at AEW, and he's already a big star. Yeah. So that's wrestling. That's the world, and that's competition now. So
and connecting it back with football and wrestling, like as a wrestling fan, as a football fan, you've seen so many people who have been wrestlers, played football. And their quality of life when they get older is just horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, football players in wheelchairs with dementia, wrestlers dying young.
Football players suffering from CTE.
Right.
Yeah.
It's, I understand that a lot of people think, well, you get all the money, you make the sacrifice. But, I think people nowadays are starting to realize like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
They got to save your health. A lot of wrestlers on their podcast, Edge and stuff, have talked about like they'd love to go back, but they also want to play with their kids and, be able to be there for a long time. Angel Blue has posted a lot of stuff recently having to deal with her injury. And she's just like, look, I just want to have a normal life and be able to play with my kid and act not, deal with this injury all the time. And, if that's the decision people make, you got to respect that. I know there's that old school, like, oh, you got to kill yourself for stuff, but that you can't do that anymore.
Well, even AJ Styles said that this contract is his last. He's going to retire after that. I mean, and
good for him though.
Yeah, but my words exactly. I was like, at this point, who could blame him? What more could he possibly do to prove himself as the bona fide legend he already is? Guy's one of the few guys who's held like a major title in every company he's been to. Like the only thing he never won was the Ring of Honor World title, and that wasn't for lack of trying.
No, and let's be honest, that was like a trivia question. He's one of the few guys that has wrestled on the biggest pay-per-view event for arguably the 4 biggest wrestling promotions in the world.
Yeah.
WWE, Ring of Honor, New Japan, and Impact.
And the only other guy who's done it so far is Cody, I think, right?
Cody's the only other one.
Yep.
That's right. So there's not more. I'm really knowing that about AJ makes me looking forward to these next few years. I was like, hey, this is like his swan song. When we get to that last year, it's going to be the farewell tour. He's going to sell out arenas because everybody's going to want to see him wrestle before he
one
finally
last time.
retires.
Yep, definitely.
So hopefully his last match is in his hometown.
The phenomenal farewell tour.
Love it. I'm looking forward to it.
Hashtag that.
Hashtag.
Trademark. Vince, give me money. I already know you're going to call it that.
I'll sue you for the trademark.
Probably. He'd win.
All right.
So he's like, give me $10 and I won't say nothing. Deal.
This Saturday, we got 2 shows going on. NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff is Saturday, August 31st at 1 p.m. Central Time. 1 p.m. Central Time. Pre-show starts at 12:30. It's at the Motorpoint Arena, Cardiff, in Cardiff, Wales, on WWE Network. Check it out. It's going to be a great crowd, great show. That British
the UK crowds
are
are pretty insane.
They are insane.
I want to go to
even
UK
for the
wrestling
weekly
show.
shows too.
Yeah, I want to go to a UK wrestling show. I don't care what promotion it is because like they're all crazy over there.
Then, of course, later on in the day that evening, AEW All Out is at 7 p.m. Central Time. The pre-show, the buy-in will start at 6. It's from the Sears Center Arena in Chicago, Illinois, officially Hoffman Estates, but it's Chicago, where the site of All In was. You guys think they'll put more people in there than All In?
I think they are going to put more people in.
Just fill it in? I think so.
If they literally have the seating.
Yep.
Now, one thing I did laugh at was they haven't sold out all their TV tapings yet, like some of the newer ones they announced, and I think people are trying to be like, "Oh, see, they haven't sold those out yet." I'm like, "Are you joking? You got to be joking me!"
They're probably just opening up seats last minute.
Look, like, but not even that though. Would you sell out your first 3 TV tapings in like minutes? Mm-hmm. Not selling out a couple after that. I mean, there are some towns that just aren't that big with wrestling. That doesn't.
They're further away. Like
sure
as
people
you get closer,
waiting for a paycheck, basically.
Yeah, I mean, because like some people have already planned this money out. Not everybody has.
Yes, some of us are still waiting for that check on Friday.
Some of us are.
That show
Some of us are.
If you're not in attendance, we'll be on Bleacher Report Live. $50 is the price tag on that as well. So now on TNT the day before at 9 p.m. Central Time, on TNT they'll be airing a Countdown to All Out 1-hour special. So check that out on Friday night if you're not able to set your DVRs. Have that running while you're watching Impact on Twitch for crying out loud. So
TNT got back in the wrestling game. I'm actually legitimately
excited for
shocked. Like I am too, but I just like I watching like the Rise and Fall of WCW DVD was actually very enlightening. It was just like the Rise and Fall of ECW DVD. It's like a lot of these places weren't. I mean, like some bad booking was to blame, but a lot of times it was like kind of like networks screwing them over. And
hopefully TNT takes a hands-off approach this time. Just let them do their thing.
Well, like because I think Hulk Hogan, one thing he said was when Ted Turner stepped down, like there were guys who thought wrestling was like beneath them and everything like that, but. So. Now the $1 billion industry it's generating nowadays. Jeez.
Yeah, and of course StarCast is going on all weekend in Chicago.
I want to go to StarCast.
And if you can't make it, I know they're selling like you can watch like all the podcasts, all the events on Fight TV. I'm not sure the price tags, but check it out. There's like an all weekend pass that you can purchase and watch all of StarCast. So. Our Twitter account, of course, is at CCG_WrestleCast. You can subscribe to the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel.
There you go. Take 2.
Got it. Next week, we will be recapping both of these shows, NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff and AEW All Out. So looking forward to it. First week of school for most of us down here, and already a 3-day weekend
I'll take it.
Thank
with
God.
a couple of wrestling shows on Saturday. So,
Thank God.
while Tommy Bullet Club over here,
Yeah,
he's putting his bandana back on or not, but.
Oh my God, what is that?
Now, is it Tongaloa that's going to be coming into town for?
He was just here.
He was just here. That's what it was. Yeah, that's right.
Tongalo was at Brand Outlaw Wrestling. Hopefully the DVDs of that will be available soon. I will let everybody know. But he had a match that ended in a double count out with Moonshine Mantel because they just started fighting just in the crowd. It was so great because the whole locker room had to come pull them apart. And as the person who was filming, I was afraid for myself. And by the way, at the next BOW show, Lance Hoyt will be back.
Oh boy, when is that?
Payment comes due.
September 14th, I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna start making plans.
It's a Saturday. It's September 14th. Yeah, at the Woodlawn Gym here in San Antonio. And the American Psycho Lance Hoyt will be back.
I need to start making plans to see the confrontation between Lance Hoyt and Tommy.
I know.
I hope he calls you out for, hey, I want to thank you for the tickets to G1 in Dallas.
Yeah, but now he's more psychopath. Have you seen his haircut? He's crazier.
I know. Oh, something to look forward to. So, everyone enjoy your Labor Day weekend.
Yes, have fun. Be
this
safe.
is Tommy over here.
Thanks, guys.
This is Mike.
Thanks.
And I'm JC. Have a safe weekend. And as always, heels and babyfaces, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are fake.
See y'all.
So if you want to subscribe to the channel, click right here.
And if you want to watch more WrestleCast videos, I got 3 words for you. Click right here.